G'day guys, welcome back to another episode of my FIFA 23 Chelsea Career Mode series. Real life is just so miserable for the Blues right now, so it's not worth discussing. Let's just concentrate on the career mode and try and finish on a positive note, because it has been a season full of highs and lows. As you can see here, we're sitting in 11th spot with 44 points, and it has been a disappointing campaign in the Premier League. However, we have got something very exciting to look forward to at the end of this career mode season. And if you haven't already, make sure you check out the last episode, because it was an absolute cracker of an episode. So dramatic, so entertaining, so many goals to witness. So if you haven't already, please do go check it out. But of course, spoiler alert, the exciting thing that we can look forward to at the end of this season is the UEFA Champions League final up against Inter Milan. And in this episode, we will be playing two games in the Premier League, and that will be against Everton and Tottenham. So hopefully we can utilize the games that we've got left as a momentum tracker so that we can move towards the Champions League final and put ourselves in the best mental and physical state so that we can play our best game so that we can win a huge trophy, the holy grail of European football. And when you look at the Chelsea Football Club, it is a great case study of what to do and what not to do from the perspective of running a football club. And whilst the men's side has been a complete, utter, cataclysmic failure, I do want to give a shout out to the women's side under Emma Hayes, because they have continued to build on their foundation and have some success throughout their season, and they are still competing in the Women's Super League, and they did just win in the FA Cup final up against Manchester United. Australia's own Sam Kerr, the Aussie footballing badass, got the job done with a 0-0 at Wembley Stadium. So congrats to her, congrats to the team, and congrats to Emma Hayes. And I just want to say one more thing with regards to her, because she said something in her post-match press conference that really did give me a tinge of happiness in my heart, because obviously the club has suffered, and what she said here I thought was really memorable.
And I think it's important. It'll bug me if I don't say this. I'm a football fan, and I've watched how much my club has suffered this year. We've had ownership changes. The men's team hasn't been brilliant. Chelsea fans, this is for you.
Thanks, Emma. I'm sure they'll enjoy that.
Now, having versed both Manchester clubs this week, I do want to say a congratulations to Manchester City for again winning the Premier League title. Arsenal, at the most crucial stage of the season, have failed again. Classic bottle jobs. But Manchester City, they are the gold standard. They have set their standard so high that it really is quite incredible. They are in a league of their own. And it has to be commended, because to be so consistent under Pep Guardiola for all these years is just so impressive. And I really do hope that the Chelsea players, especially the new ones to the club, could take the opportunity where Manchester City got to celebrate their title victory at their home stadium in front of their fans. I hope the Chelsea players soaked up that experience, that atmosphere, and can use it as inspiration to hopefully drive them on to then maybe one day reach those standards themselves. Now, versing Everton here at Goodison Park, they are often a dangerous outfit in front of their home fans. So hopefully we can get the job done and get a valuable 3 points, not in the context of moving up the table and getting some success in the Premier League. I mean more so in just getting that momentum rolling towards that Champions League final, because that is a game that we need to be in the best form, because it will be a difficult fixture, that is for sure. So we need to make sure that we're getting lots of goals, getting these young players fit and firing. João Felix, on his left foot, not able to compose himself and get the positive finish there. Ironically, seeing Frank Lampard coaching Everton here. Classic. Now, I did see people on Twitter making fun of Chelsea again this morning after losing to Manchester United 4-1. Basically going along the lines of, who has been the worst manager in the Premier League this season? Is it Frank Lampard under Everton or Frank Lampard under Chelsea? And that is an entirely sad prospect when you have coached two Premier League sides in the same season and absolutely stunk out the joint on both occasions. And Frank Lampard, how he continues to fail upwards is beyond me. And you know, guys, I love the man. What he did as a player was incredible, and his history and legacy will be everlasting. But he is just not a good coach, and I think he's proved that. And his first season at the Chelsea Football Club, I think, was a fluke, if anything else. So, fucking hell, man. Everton getting the first goal of this game. Gray getting past Mendy's near stick there. I know going to Goodison Park was going to be a difficult encounter, but I did not expect them to be coming out firing like this. Just picking us apart, getting into the spaces, and an easy shot from a difficult angle, which sounds contradictory, but Gray's a class player, and he's got the first goal of this game. Not good enough by the Blues here. Half time, and we are down by a goal to nil. Not a positive start, not what I wanted from this game. Get Joe in.
And Everton have it back now.
Go, Joe. Get in. Equaliser. Beautiful build-up play. Oh. Chilwell get on the end of it. Can't get a cross in. It's deflected away by Coleman and it goes out for a corner. Reece James, the captain, steps up to whip this in. Let's get as much curl on it as possible. Oh, into a dangerous area. Badiashile almost. Badiashile with a second effort. Oh, the header goes just wide. I don't think he was ever going to score from a position like that. Very difficult. But credit to the effort, that's for sure.
Well, that's how to keep the opposition at bay. Alan. Chance to finish. And a goal! This is why we adore this game. Late drama.
Honestly, this is just so infuriating. Oh my.
What a big moment in the dying embers. Will it prove decisive here? Mudryk. Armando Broja. Excellent assessment of the situation at the back. And a Chelsea throw.
There's no way we're losing this game. Just clumsy.
Might really be able to trouble them here.
That's a bad tackle.
Challenge, it wouldn't be at all.
Yellow card.
Referee reaches for his pocket. And following the infringement, a caution.
Yeah, no surprise there. That was always going to be a booking.
The fist of the goalkeeper. And Chelsea get the decision.
Oh, I was going to say, what the hell was that? I thought he pointed to the penalty spot then. I was like, what for?
Broja. And the referee.
And we've got no time to cook anything up. And Everton have snuck a late goal to steal a result. And it's another loss in the Premier League. This is just unbearably bad. And I have no words. There were so many times where we could have been more decisive in the final third. Really put the Evertonians under pressure, but we were just too relaxed, too casual, too comfortable with passing the ball around, and we've been punished in the end, 2-1. It must be frustrating to concede so late in the game. What happened? We have to be able to trust each other. It's getting to a stage now where I feel like with the players at my disposal, I think I can just dominate the other team and just casually walk the ball into the back of the net. And so many times I make mini errors that lead to massive consequences. And yet again, it has happened against Everton. You must have been disappointed with the result. We mustn't repeat mistakes. It's so true. Like, I sound like a broken record, but at this stage of the season, you need to have learnt from your mistakes and improve. And I have not done so. I just keep switching off at the key moments. What did you make of today's defeat? You must be disappointed. Our defending wasn't good enough. I know I'm going with all the negativity in this post-match interview, but it's just true. We were simply not good enough. Now we go to Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, and this is a team pushing for top 4 football, so it will definitely be another difficult game here in the Premier League. But again, we need to be winning so that our form is positive going into the UEFA Champions League final, because losing to the likes of Everton, who are sitting in mid-table, it's just not good enough. Now, in other footballing news, a hilarious clip came from a Jose Mourinho Roma interview where he was talking about his affinity and his love for the clubs that he has managed, and he said that he had basically none for Tottenham Hotspur and Daniel Levy's club, which I found hilarious, because when you look at Jose Mourinho's CV, he's got some absolute bangers. And to what he said, if you haven't seen it, just YouTube it. It was hilarious, and Jose Mourinho, it just again gives me that that desire and love for him, and hopefully I can see him back at Stamford Bridge one day, because he's just such an elite manager. And João Felix, speaking of the game at hand, has scored an absolute wonder strike in the 4th minute, and we have come out firing on all cylinders, and Tottenham did not expect that. But I'm happy, up by 1-0.
Conte. Plenty of support here.
Ooh, a nice powerful strike by Enzo there. Oh, look how deep they're sitting. Terrible defending. Not great build-up, but it's almost worked out. Unfortunately, we couldn't get a shot off and put Hugo Lloris to the test yet again.
Could be troublesome. Well, not the pass he had in mind. Running with the ball confidently. They might be able to get in now. And a goal!
That goal, I'm going to give all the credit to Mykhailo Mudryk. That was insane. The dribbling, the precision of movement, and the acceleration away from defenders was so incredible. That type of stuff is just so reminiscent of Eden Hazard. And a mistake by the Tottenham defender there gave João Felix the opportunity to just lob the ball into the back stick. And David Fofana is able to get a powerful header into the back of the net. And Lloris should have done better, coming out and not able to collect the football. And Antonio Conte's men have been absolutely battered and are unwise to what is going on here in this game, because we have just come through and absolutely dominated this first half. Good interception there. And we've got another opportunity to come through here. Now it's all about finding the right pass. Oh, it was an excellent pass by Chilwell. A square ball in to Madueke's feet, who made a good darting run to the penalty spot. The turn was okay. The shot on his right foot, absolutely awful.
Son. Très bien. Oh, terrific piece of goalkeeping.
Wow, what a save by Mendy there. I'm not quite sure if Kulusevski's effort was going to reach the top corner. It was a relatively slow effort as it travelled throughout the air, but Mendy obviously had his feet planted well, and yet again has made a good save, collecting it from the corner here as we get close to the half-time whistle, and we might get another counter-attacking opportunity here. Bad pass there by Fofana. Felix Oh, no way. Two excellent opportunities, and we have failed to put the ball in the back of the net for a third goal. Oh, wow. Hopefully, going into this second half, the dominance can continue because Spurs are making it easy for us right now. It is baffling, how we can go to Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, come up against this team that's challenging for a top 4 spot and have it so easy, and yet Everton at Goodison Park, who are mid-table, was just, troublesome for us. That just doesn't make any sense. It does kind of give you an indication on how different tactics and different formations can have an impact on how easy or difficult it is for you. Madueke getting himself into a sticky situation, but he's able to get out of it. But João Felix turned himself into trouble there.
Counter-attacking, very much an option. Well, it looked highly promising, but it came to nothing in the end. Noni Madueke gives it a go. Facing Manchester United.
Oh, we're caught out here. Fofana make a huge tackle. Oh, he does. An interception. Just as important. Ruining that Son Kane link-up play there, which is always so deadly. Can we get Fofana in? That was gone to the wrong player. And another Chelsea attack is broken down.
Sessegnon. Plenty of players waiting in the middle. And off the bar that time.
Harry Kane, he's just so good, isn't he? Bloody hell.
Trying to deliver it accurately. Son. Committed challenge. Reece James. Wesley Fofana. On to James. Madueke. And return to João Felix. Oh, good defending to stop a decent-looking attack.
Ah, the tired legs of João Felix. Not able to cook up anything there. And it's all too little too late for Spursy here. And we have secured a victory away from home. And I am a little bit happier finishing this episode now. Obviously, I would have liked to have won the game against Everton, having 2 wins in a row. But sometimes you just have to accept that we are a work in progress and that this team is far from their prime, and we're going to get results like the one against Everton. But this game against Spurs was just far too easy, and 2-0, a great opening by Felix and a severely deadly strike by Fofana has got us the 3 points. Against your big rivals, how good does that win feel? Well, goals win games. And when you've got so many talented forwards at your disposal, you need to capitalize on your scoring opportunities. And that is something that we have failed to do in real life. And in game, we've been scoring some good goals, but we just don't have that killer instinct. And our defense has probably been our biggest issue across the course of this season. Have you got the edge on them now? You have to take pride in your work. Of course, beating your rivals, it's always a good bragging rights opportunity, and it's something that you can have, that carries you on to the rest of the season, both from a mental perspective, but also with your fans getting behind you as well. So that's always a positive. Did you think your boys eased off in the second half? I would agree with that. We just did a lot of passing around the back, trying to find the spaces, but not having too much conflict with the Tottenham players getting in our faces. So I want to say everybody did what they needed to do. So another episode of the FIFA 23 Chelsea Career Mode comes to an end. Thank you so much for watching. If you've made it to this stage of this video and of this series, I want to say thank you very much once again. And of course, let me know your thoughts, what's happening on in real life. It's just so dismal, but again, I'm always eager to hear your opinions and engage in conversation. So thanks so much for watching. I'll catch you in the next episode very shortly, where we'll be versing Wolves and Fulham to conclude our Premier League season in the career mode before that very important UEFA Champions League final game up against Inter Milan. Until then, stay safe, have a good time, and come on you Blues.